I think there's ASL is an incredibly expressive, beautiful language. There's all sorts of subtleties that I've, in learning it, found so inspiring just as a performer, like the idea, for example, that you can control volume with sort of where your hands are placed, and also just how expressive that you get to be inside of that language. And I think also sometimes one impediment to us learning a new language or a new skill, particularly as adults, is this idea that you don't want to be bad at something. It can feel very vulnerable to not be good at something. And so I think for Mike and I, and for all of us, the crew is also learning ASL. I think the humbling experience of not needing to be perfect, but just trying, that's all you can do. And hopefully, I think through the film, maybe there will be a spark of curiosity in the audience to also try and learn the language, because it's a beautiful, beautiful language. I think in performance, something that really helps you kind of be as bold and brave, and I know this is certainly true with acting, and I'm sure it's true with boxing too, which is just to have everything sort of clear so you can really focus on what's in front of you. And I think particularly in the case of Adonis fighting Damian, literally what's troubling him is what's in front of him, is his opponent. And so I think Bianca helps to remind him. And that's the thing that I've always found really aspirational about their love, is I think they're constantly pushing each other to be the best versions of themselves. Yeah, I mean, Adonis and Damian have a real past, and they grew up as children together, and children that were in a really tough environment. I think they were a sense of safety and a sense of comfort to each other. And even though they have been estranged for many years, and there's a lot of water under their bridge, so to speak, I think there's still a real connection between them that by the end of the film, I think you get to see what the opportunity might be, that maybe there is a chance for a real reconciliation. I think by the end of the film, there's at least the hope that maybe these two men can be that. And certainly between Michael and Jonathan, I saw a lot of that. It was definitely a bromance. And it is really kind of like a ballet in a way. It is, you get to see the expressiveness of the boxer. And so to that end, I think as an actor, there's a real challenge with figuring out, not just like learning the choreography, yes, but figuring out the style, how to express the style and the history of the man or the person inside of their boxing style. And so it was really a gift to get to see Jonathan do that, and of course to get to see Mike get back into the ring. It's so fun to get to watch the guys also with these real boxers and get to see them figure out how to really figure out that physicality. I think I'm so proud of any scene that Mila's in. I just feel I'm so proud of her. I'm so honored to get to have worked alongside her, and I'm so excited for audiences to get to meet her and her character, Amara. So those are really my proudest moments. Well, I was so grateful that we got to actually hang out and spend some time, Amara and I, and Mike too, and just be together. And I got to spend time with her mom and her family. And so I think by the time that we were shooting, there was a real comfortability, and also getting to learn from her, getting to have her help with all the ASL, but just in general, learn from her fearlessness. And, I think anytime you're watching someone newly do something, you also think about when you were first learning. And the truth is, like, we should all be learning all the time. So I just, it was such a gift to get to work with her. I felt so excited. I think also playing her mom, I just felt like such a stage mom watching her do so well. Like, I'd just be across from her in scenes being like, she's killing it, you know? So I don't know, it was nice. I hadn't really had that experience. I mean, obviously, I'm proud of my scene partners. When someone does a great job, it feels good and it makes us all look good, it's great. But I think something about playing her mom and just feeling this sense of real maternal pride for her always.